Hey guys, I'm out here today testing out this new coin program for the Nokta Makro or the Nokta Makro Legend, and so far it's sounding pretty good. If you want to know how I set up this coin program, stay tuned and I'll show you everything you need to know. Hey guys, Scott here for the Mental Metal channel and mentalmetaldetecting.com. Today we're going to go through a coin program I set up for the Legend. Running it through my test garden here behind me, and I'm going to let you listen to what it sounds like, and then I'm going to take you in. If you guys are interested, I'm going to take you inside, and then we're going to go through all the settings. I'm going to show you how to set everything up so that you can put the same program in your Legend. Okay, I think it works pretty good. We have a couple things set up for nickels, and it's smacking on all these coins in the garden, so I'm going to show you here in a second. Alright guys, so here's my 10-inch Merc dime with some contamination in the hole. Hits it no problem. This is a war nickel that's weird. It doesn't ring up normal. It should ring around 24, but this one rings higher for some reason. Quarter on edge here. Very, very good. Shield nickel. There's some iron in that hole too. But it still hears it. Here is a 12-inch half dollar. No problem at all with that. Here's going to be a dime in between some nails. So it might struggle with that one. I think if we cranked up the recovery speed a little bit, we might get that. Pull tab. It's going to be a low tone, 1903 Indian Head penny, no problem at all. Here is a barber quarter, no problem at all. Here is the shield nickel or V nickel, gets it good. Here is a silver thimble, which it's not a coin, and this is a suspender clip, but it still gets that. Here is a bottle cap or a pull tab, I can't remember which one it is. It still rings low, and here is a large cent. Just gotta get it right. So there you go. It's hitting on all the coins, give or take a couple contaminated targets. But yeah, so let's go inside and let's walk through how we set all this stuff up so you guys can get out there and find all the coins you want. Rocky is not a very patient dog. I am running version 1.08. I know they have an update out for 1.09, but most of the 1.09 consists of the 1.08. There's only a couple of slight changes, so I'm not going to worry about upgrading to the software to 1.09. It should not matter too much for this particular video and the coin program that I'm going to show you how to make. I'm going to try to make something similar to the coin program that I used for the XP Days 2. So we're gonna make a range for nickels. And all the other coins will ring loud and true. We're gonna try to get rid of some of that junk for you today. So yeah, stand by. We're just getting started here. Got a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes. I've been testing stuff all evening, and I think I got it nailed down for you. So we're gonna get started here in a second. Alright guys, so for me, I'm in Search Profile 3. That's where I have my settings saved off, but I'm going to actually show you how to get to your own profile and save custom settings. I don't see a lot of people showing you how to do this. It's pretty easy, but I just want to make sure. So we're going to go into a different search profile that I don't have saved off yet. It's very simple to do to get started. You just hit your menu button. At the bottom, you're going to see this little figure icon. That is your search profile, custom profile icon. You're going to hit the up arrow, and then you're going to see I have mine set it for profile number 3, but we want to scroll over to one that's not saved yet, so I'm going to pick 4. All right, and then when we're done, I'm going to show you how we save that off. But right now we're going to be in Park Search Profile 4, which is basically the default settings it starts with. And once we get out of there, you'll see my sensitivity's cranked way up. I'm surprised I'm not getting any feedback. Oh, there it goes. So I'm going to lower my sensitivity down a bit so we don't hear the feedback. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, and I have all this stuff written down. I'm going to do something a little different than most people would do. I like to set up my tone breaks first before I do anything else. And so for this particular program, we're going to set up about 6 tone breaks. So the first thing you have to do is you have to make sure you have the ability to have 6 tone breaks. So you want to go into your settings again and come all the way over to the left if you're not there. And then right now, this is your, we're not going to worry about this one. This is your recovery speed. So that's at 5. It's fine. It's your preference, whatever you want to do. The next one's your volume. I have mine set at 4. It's your preference again. The next one over is going to be where we're going to do most of the work for this program. So the first thing you want to do is you want to hit, when you're in this program, you see another menu bar pop up on top with all these music notes or whatever. You're going to arrow up till you get to the first one. This is going to be the number of tones you're using. Right now by default it's at 2. We want to make it 6. So you just up arrow or plus up to 6 or 60. We want 6, not 60. And then you're going to hit the check box right here to make sure that's set, and then you're back down in here. So then you want to go back up again and then scroll over to the next. This is going to be your tone volume. So we could either set that up now or we can set that up later. I like to do the tone breaks first so people understand what it is we're trying to do. So this is your tone break or tone bins, I guess. I like to call them tone breaks. We're gonna go here first. So when you up arrow, it puts you in at the top. You're gonna see this bar show up, and right now you have tone break 1, which is 1 to 10. 2 is from 11 to 20. 3 is from 21 to 30. 4 is from 31 to 40. 5 is from 41 to 50, and you get the idea. So 6 you don't see, but we're going to actually change that a little bit. I'm not really sure why you can't see 6. I guess it's by default here. So we're going to come back to tone break 1. We're going to change the range. So right now that's going to be by default. And if you hear somebody scratching at the door, it's my dog Rocky. So I'll probably just let him out now. Come on out here, Rocky. He may not. There he is. So he's now in the room, so you might hear him driving me crazy. All right. Where were we? Oh, we're setting up tone break number 1. So what I want to do for tone break number 1 is I want to set up a range from 1 to 10, which is where it is. I'm going to leave that alone. So I'm going to scroll over to tone break number 2. Tone break number 2 we're going to set up for like a nickel range. Right now it starts 11 to 20, but we're going to actually make that 11 to 23. So we're going to up this a little bit to there. So that's going to be 11 to 23. And so the next one we're going to do is going to be 24 to 27. So right now we're at 30. We don't want it to be 30. We want to bump it down. So you're going to do your minus button or arrow down. So we're going to make that 27. This is going to be for your nickel range. And so then you're going to go over to the next one where it says 40. We're going to actually lower that down. We're going to make this range 28 to 37. Remember, you're starting at 28. You're going to go down 37 to make that range tone break. And the next one is going to be, so we left at 37, so it's going to be 38 to 50. And we're going to leave that alone. And the next one is 50 to 60 and so forth. So the last tone break you can change is the 38 to 51. So that's as far as you can go. All right, so we have the tone break set. So basically we're setting our buckets where our targets are going to fall. All right, guys, so now that we set our tone breaks, we're actually going to go in and change our tone volumes for each of the, and let me get out of this so I can show you how to get there. So for instance, I was in the tone break, so I was over here. This is our tone breaks. I want to get out of that and I want to go back over to the tone volume option, menu option, the one's blinking, and we're going to up arrow or plus up. And now that we set the tone breaks, or the size of the bins, so to speak, remember the first tone break was from 1 to 10, and so here is the volume of that range, which is 5. We don't want to hear it at 5, so we're going to lower it to 1, because that's going to be pretty much your iron. The second range is going to be from 11 to 22, or 20, I think it's 22. Oh, it's to 23. My bad. So 11 to 23. I really don't want to hear this either, because it's more than likely going to be a bunch of junk and stuff. If you're searching for coins, again, caveat, you will lose some jewelry and stuff when you do this. But I'm going to lower this down to like 2. All right. And so we're going to go to the next bin. Our next tone volume is going to be at 10. And this is going to be the range for your nickels. So our nickels, remember, were 24 to 27, and that's that little small little range in there. I want to leave that at 10. I want that to ring really, really loud. Not really loud, but you know what I mean, as loud as I can. The fourth one is going to be your fourth range, or your fourth tone break is set at 10 for the volume. Now this is typically going to be your junk range, and I don't want to hear a lot of that stuff, so I'm going to lower this down to about 4, maybe 3. All right, so make that kind of quiet. And then the next two bins, your 38 to 50 and 50 to 60 are both going to be 10s. So you want both of those ranges, or those tone breaks, to ring high and loud. So now what we want to do, now we've got that set, we're going to hit the checkbox, and we're going to go over one arrow. And this is going to be your tone frequency. This is how it's going to sound when you hear it coming through your headphones or your speaker. So right now we have 1 through 10. First tone break is going to be set at 1. It's going to, and you can, to change the tone, you basically hit the button up or down, and it changes the frequency. So we want the first one to ring really low at 1. Our second tone break, we want it set at 7. We don't want to hear it at 7, so we're going to lower it down. Again, I'm going to make this about 3. The third one is our nickel range. Now we want that to ring really good, so I'm going to crank that up to, I think I'm going to make it 25. So the next range, our fourth range, or tone break, remember this is our junk range. I don't want to hear a lot of this, so I'm going to lower it down to like maybe 5. We'll leave it 5. But then the next range is where we're going to have all our coins from 40, or from 38 to 50 all the way up to 60 is going to be our coin range. I'm going to crank that up to 30, because that's how I like it. And the last one we're going to leave 30 as well. So that's really the setup for the coin program. Now I'll walk through what these kind of things are going to sound like, including some of the junk stuff that you shouldn't hear. So let's get out of here, and I'll touch base on what I typically like to run with my program. So there's one thing I want you to understand how to get to and change, and that is going to be your iron filter and stability. Now, when you're out about and you're hunting in heavy iron stuff and things like that, you may want to adjust this option in the legend. So to get there, you have to come over to the settings button, come over to your recovery speed, or you press the pinpoint button. That gets you into your iron filter. By default, it's at 8, okay? I like to run mine around 4, and if you right click again, it sets you into the stability. So it's like little notches in between each of the numbers. You can fine tune it. I like to run mine at 5 by default. So that's just my preference. You guys can play around with that and figure out what works best for you and your conditions. But I just wanted to point that out, because if you don't do that, then the default is 8, and it may not, work out very well if you're in the wrong type of ground. I just wanted you guys to make sure you understand how to get to that menu since the update happened. There's a lot of hidden updates with version 1.08 and 1.09 that you have to kind of know how to get to. There's some pretty cool updates in here, pretty cool new features. Man, it's just becoming a very complicated machine for a simple machine starting out. But it's okay. They're making it a lot better with these updates, and that's good. So let's get out of here. And let's do some tests here. Oh, I guess one other thing I want to do is I want to show you how to change and save your profile. So we just set up profile number 4 for park. So if you come over to your little, we got to get out of here. So let's get out of here. Let's checkbox this, and let's go over to your search profile guy there, your custom profile. We're in 4. If we go up, you notice how the person icon is not filled in, but if you go back to 3, it is. That's one I had to say before. 4 is not. So in order to save that, what you want to do is you want to hold down your pinpoint button. And once you see that fill with a checkbox, that is how you know you are saved off. And to reset it, you can change it again by hitting that button, holding down, or so you have this like reset icon going on here. If you hold down the pinpoint button again, it'll remove it, so you're back to basics, back to the beginning again. We do not want to do that because we just did all that work and we would lose it, so we don't want to lose it. So now we're ready to go, ready to hunt. So let's get out of here. Now we're back into our program here, and the default display for the legend. Now let me run some targets across the coil. Let's just hear what they sound like. Hopefully you'll be able to hear it. I know I have a dehumidifier running in the background because it's super hot, but let's turn up the volume just to make sure you can hear it. Let's go over here, crank it to 6. All right, so that should be, you guys should be able to hear that. So if I run some coins across this, for instance, here's a dime, normal clad, sounds really good. Here is a Merc silver dime, sounds really good. Here is a shield nickel, still sounds good, but it's a little lower, so it's telling you, hey, that's a nickel, but that sounds good. Here's a nail, a rusty nail. You don't hear anything really, maybe a chirp here and there, but you're not going to dig that. That's good. Here is a part of a pull tab. See how it's ringing up in the junk range? We don't want to hear that very much, so it's a different tone all itself. So that's good. Here is a full pull tab, one that is fully intact. Again, it won't ring up like a coin, so you probably won't dig it. Here is a big round nail. Nothing. Good. Now let's go through some of the other coins. Here is a, I think I rang, this is a Merc dime. I think I already did this one, but sounds excellent. Here is a war nickel. Sounds pretty good. Here is a wheat penny. Here is a 1964 Washington quarter. Sounds pretty good. Here is a Buffalo nickel. A little lower tone, still coming in good. Here is a zinc penny, which may or may not come in good. We'll see. So it still rings loud even though it's a zinc. Now what you could do, since it rings up around 40, you can adjust your tone break to kind of bump that out a little bit, and then your zinc pennies may disappear. So it's up to you. Just keep that in mind. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, this is the interesting one. So this is a fatty Indian head penny. This is a gotcha. All right, this is one you're probably not going to hear very good. See, listen to it, because that range we have set up includes the fatty Indian heads. So if you want to get those, you're going to have to change your tone break to include 33, 34, 32. If you're in a site where you expect to dig those, you may want to do that. If you're not in a site where you think you're going to dig those, then I wouldn't bother with it. Because here's a regular Indian head penny that still rings pretty good, 39. So you'll still get the Indian heads, you're just not going to hit the fatties. So just keep in mind, here's another Indian head, a better one. So it comes in loud and proud. What else to make you listen to here? I did that. Oh, bottle cap, of course. Here's a rusty old bottle cap. Well, not too rusty, but again, it's gonna ring in. It's gonna ring a little weird. There is a feature that you can enable to possibly get rid of that by, your iron filter. You can try to adjust that. I thought I knocked these out before. But you can see down here your Ferro check is kind of telling you it's a mixture of both. It's one way to tell, or you can adjust your tone breaks a little bit. I'll see if I can't figure out how to get rid of those altogether, but I think if we change the, I don't know, we'll see. I'll have to go back in and figure that one out. Let's see, shotgun caps, the ones you find in the woods all the time that drive you crazy. They're gonna ring up low, so you probably won't dig those as a coin. So you may get stuck with a couple bottle caps, and you may get stuck with a couple twist-off bottle caps. I don't have one to show you, but I know they ring up pretty good, like 43. So there you go. That is we got one more thing of a barber quarter here. Let's listen to that one. So that is the coin program in a nutshell, okay? Not too hard to set up. You just have to kind of figure out the menu system a little bit and give it a try. Let me know what you think. I think this will pick up most of the coins you're after, the US coins that is. I'm not too sure about the European coins. I'm not over there. I don't have a whole arsenal of those to try. But yeah, give it a shot. Let me know what you think. I have had my friends on my Patreon side, my patrons trying this. A couple guys have tried the program, and they said it's smacking everything that they want it to. So they really like it. So if you guys are, want to try this and give me some feedback, I appreciate that. Or if, even better, if you want to join me over on Patreon, where you can be a part of all this, setting this stuff up, testing it. I'm giving these guys, the settings way earlier than I am here on YouTube. Feel free to join me for as little as $1 a month. It's really not that much, and you get a lot of good information from me. At least I think it's good information. They tell me it is. But I try to share a lot of stuff over there that I don't anywhere else, so just consider it. It's only $1 to join for all the extra features, but if you wanted to up your tier status, there's a couple perks in there you can get from me. Just check out the silver and gold memberships and give me a thought. Hey, if you guys are looking for a legend, I got mine from Fort Bedford Metal Detectors. They are an awesome company. I would love to see you give them a chance to earn your business. Reach out to Keith and find out if he has any legends in stock. He usually does, and he can get these to you in very, very fast shipping, and I believe it's free shipping. So, and if you're military, I believe you also get a military discount. So don't forget to ask him about that. All right, that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the Legend. I have tested this program out in my test garden, and I think it works pretty good. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think. The Legend Coin Program by Mental Metal. All right, guys. Rocky is sleeping, so I'm not going to point the camera at him, but have a good night and or have a good day, whatever time you're seeing this. And I will see ya in another Mental Metal video. I scared Rocky.